Big salute to all of my veterans out here, man. Big shout out to all of my subscribers. Man, like I tell you guys, I can't go a video without showing my appreciation to you guys. Big salute to DAT, owner operators, dispatchers, anyone out here that need access to the load board. Description box below, go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Man, let's roll off into this good content, going straight to the whiteboard real quick for you guys on the 3 reasons. Here we go. 3 reasons. Sorry for the bad handwriting this morning. 3 reasons on why owner-operators are basically quitting and becoming dispatchers and freight brokers. And the good thing about an owner-operator becoming a dispatcher or a freight broker is you already have that experience, you know, especially for the owner-operators out here that have been dispatching for themselves. They already understand that dispatching side. So a lot of them are getting smarter to say, hey, why not take this knowledge and go start a dispatching company and start dispatching for other owner-operators out here too, right? There's a lot of owner-operators out here, if they're dispatching for themselves, now they're going through the freight broker to get those loads. Now they're learning the game indirectly, just like how I learned the game when I came in 2017 by dispatching my own trucks, going through the freight brokers. Now you're talking to the freight brokers, booking loads from them, and now you're starting to realize, man, these freight brokers are making good money too. So a lot of owner-operators are starting to get out of the business to become dispatchers and freight brokers too. And let me give you those 3 reasons why. The first reason, low startup costs. Low startup costs. It don't take a whole bunch of money to start a dispatching company. Man, for you guys out here, you can start your dispatching company for about $500 to $1,000. You shouldn't be over $1,000 starting a dispatching company. It only took me $2,000 to start a freight brokerage, and it takes more money to start a freight brokerage than to start a dispatching company. To start a dispatching company, you don't need an authority, you don't need a DOT number, you don't need anything like that. 2, you just need to go form your LLC and just start marketing and advertising your business. So a lot of owner-operators who already have the experience of dispatching themselves is starting to get smarter too. You know, hey, why not go out and start this dispatching company and start dispatching for these other owner-operators out here and charge them a percentage or a flat fee or whatever you want to do to make sure that you're making your money out of it, whichever method you want to choose. Why not go do that too? You know, why not go train up a dispatcher to help you dispatch those other owner-operators? So like I'm telling you, man, a bunch of owner-operators out here is getting smarter because the average owner-operator is just going to make money one way. That's by them driving a truck with the loads that they're booking, or if they're going through a dispatching service. For me, I learned early, as me being the owner of a trucking company and then eventually being the owner-operator, I started to understand, hey, why not just go start dispatching for other owner-operators? While I was dispatching, I was going through the freight broker. Why not just, you know, cut the freight broker out and become the freight broker? So if you guys are owner-operators right now, this is just another method for you guys to scale up that business. I'm not telling you to give up your authority or just quit the trucking side too. But you have to start figuring out how can you create those businesses that has a low startup cost, which is going to be dispatching and brokering, and then add those on to your authority. And now you could be out there hauling loads, you could be dispatching for other owner-operators, you could be brokering freight out. So this is also motivation for you guys to scale up the business. But there are a lot of owner-operators that reach out to me that just don't want to be owner-operators anymore. They want to become dispatchers and freight brokers because of the low startup costs. And basically that low startup cost is going to lead into number 2. And this is a big one. This is a very big one. Low overhead. Look, to run a dispatching company, the only thing you need is access to the load board. $200-300 depending on what load boards you have, if you want to go through various load boards. But like I'm telling you guys, 30-day free trial with DAT, description box below. Make sure you guys will get that 30 days for the free, right? So you have your low overhead. Man, we all know in the trucking industry, especially if you guys are owners of trucks, you already know that overhead is ridiculous too, right? But when you're running a freight brokerage or a dispatching company, overhead is very low. It's always good to get off into any business out here that has very low overhead, but you could see a whole bunch of profit. Dispatching and brokering is all about your hustle too, right? So you have the low overhead, which is very critical because that's going to determine your profit. You know, there's a lot of money that goes out in the trucking industry for you guys out here who own a trucking company, or for you guys out here who don't own a trucking company, but you want to get off into this trucking industry. You better realize that there's a lot of overhead, you know, that's involved in the trucking industry. But there's not a lot of overhead that's involved in dispatching and brokering. And the last thing, the last reason is the freedom. So every owner operator out here, you guys already know you have to be out in that truck. You have to be out on that road, you know, trucking to make sure that you're making that money. Holding that steering wheel is going to take up a lot of time. It's going to be very time consuming, right? So by dispatching and brokering, now you have that freedom and that flexibility. So there's a lot of owner operators out here right now that's starting to realize that, like, man, why not just be at home working from my laptop and my cell phone and my computer? You guys could be on vacation. You could be anywhere being a freight broker or a dispatcher too, right? So you have your low startup costs for your dispatching and freight brokering. You have your low overhead, which there's a lot of overhead that's involved in the trucking industry by operating trucks. But the most important thing too, I feel, these are important, of course. They're very important. But I feel this is the most important. Because after a while, it don't matter about the money. Once you guys start making money, money is just going to be there. You know, everyone is always on the hustle to making money. And then once you start making the money, you start to realize that, man, this is all the hype. You know, this is what the hype has been about. Make money, make money. No, it's about your freedom. You know, that money is going to create that freedom too. Let's wrap this video up. Man, if anyone have any questions, hit me on my text message, 317-953-8943. Go visit my website, www.extraordinarymovement.com. Go get your 30-day free trial with DAT. Go sign up with TAFS, Transcend Financial Services, if you guys are looking for a factoring service. CEO, commit, execute, and be obsessed. Everybody be great out there.